Welcome everybody to this edition of Strong Perspective Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Keith Armstrong, along with my brothers Spoke, Ja'Quari Armstrong, Luke, Damon Armstrong, and we're happy, to bring you our perspective. It's the strong perspective. Um, Little house cleaning. Make sure you go to our YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe. Take 30 seconds, click on it. Look, we ain't got nothing. We ain't got nothing but gold. Nothing but gold for y'all. Because look, we are experts in the art of conversation in every degree. I claim that. You want to know why? Because what we attempt to do is actually have a conversation. We push our egos aside, we listen, we respond, and we share. Um, Damon, how you doing today, brother?
I'm good, man. You know what I'm saying? Me and the wife hung out today, you know what I'm saying? Spent a little money, you know what I'm saying? And everything good, bro. You know what I'm saying? Got the needs met.
Got the needs met.
Yeah, man.
Look, look, that is nice and simple. It ain't no, it ain't no degree of difficulty with that shit. Just the needs.
Yeah, man. That's pivotal, bro.
Um, Ja'Quari, how are you today, sir?
I'm fair to middle, man, but I'm slipping to the right. Everything is cool. I can't complain about nothing. Complaining only puts a target on your back, brother.
Yeah, but sometimes complaining is cathartic, bro.
It depends on who you complaining to.
That's true. I mean, look. Let me just say this. Um, what I want everybody to know, in which I alluded to in our notification today, is today's episode is to give our perspective on the month of March. Really, is our perspective on life. But if it's something that happened within this month, as we've been going along doing what we're doing, right, that hits us and what we want to talk about, that's cool. I mean, because the prior episode, we've had a great time, had some great guests. You know what I mean? And each episode has been meaningful to us. See, the thing about it is what I attempt to do is allow you to hear me and allow myself to hear you. If we don't come with no agreement after that or something, you've not left anything with me, that's cool. Because guess what? I got so many other attempts in me in which we can share. So tonight's episode, what we're going to do is just share with you some of the things that we perceived and what our perspective were. All right? Um, what do you think about that, guys?
Uh, I think it's cool. But yesterday we talked about. And I just need a couple of dots connected, but we talking about the things that kind of like piss us off, ain't we?
Well, you have a choice.
Okay.
But I kind of I kind of veered away from that. That's an option. Let me put it like that.
Mm.
That's an option.
Okay. Well,
You feel me?
hey,
And
yeah.
not because I'm afraid or anything like that. It's because I was pissed off yesterday.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But as I talk to you guys in that hour and a half conversation, and
Hmm.
as much as we laughed, I was like, okay, I don't need to spit my venom. You know what I'm saying?
Uh, you don't think at the end you should have told us that, brother? Because
I
I got a
did.
list. I got a
I
list of
did tell
like
you that.
15
But,
things.
hey,
I
he
So
did
started.
tell you
Hey,
that.
He started off with the Venom part. He started off
Yeah,
with that.
yeah. No, he didn't.
Yes, I did.
Mm-mm.
Because all right, let me put it like this.
Mm-mm.
Remember me saying to you, I said, I
Mm-mm.
said, I said, Luke,
Ooh, no, you didn't, brother.
you know what? I'm used to you only hearing about
I've been,
98% of the shit that I say because you missed that 2%
well,
yesterday.
you know, I don't
Hey,
remember the
98% is good. Shit.
you know, I don't remember. I don't remember the majority of my childhood, brother. So a conversation from yesterday. Hell, I think I'm doing pretty well with what I got.
No doubt. No doubt.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
just
what.
fucking with
Hey, Educate, that's what you got me for. The childhood, I remember it.
you. I'm just
Hey,
fucking with you, brother. Go ahead.
I a friend of mine, asked me the other day. He said, bro, how many of your family members have you had on? I said, we had quite a few, quite a few, because we thought a lot of them to bring them on to share their story, right? Then he said, well, how many of them do they watch? How many watch your thing religiously? And I said, I don't know. I'm saying,
Hmm.
I have no fucking idea. Now, I can sit here and look at the 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 eye, the specter eye, and see it going up and down. You know, 4, 5, then you drop the 2 and the whole 9. I have no idea what family members are watching. I have no idea what friends are watching.
I don't think it's fair to put that on them, man.
No, no, I was about to finish. I have no expectations of anyone watching what we do because if we do something right, if we say something right, the right person is going to hear it.
Hmm.
You feel me? Yeah, I can be. Look, I'm petty and I'm immature sometimes. But guess what? When it's all said and done, when I really and truly just get over that little tantrum situation, you know what I say to myself? Do I really give a fuck who watching? No, I don't. Would I love for a lot of people to watch this? Yes, I do. But getting to the point of giving a fuck? Oh no. Oh no. I mean, do we go in order? You want me to go? You want to go in order, or somebody got to spit that venom out right away?
I see where you going. Hey, listen there, man. Whoever tune in, man, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate it.
how
It's
how
as
that fit?
simple as that.
How that fence feel, brother?
Defense?
Yeah,
Safe?
that's right. That,
Safe?
Oh shit!
I got my own shit to worry about than worrying about other shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to. Hey, ease up on the pressure. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Back it up! Back it up!
Hmm.
Back it up!
Hey, look, hey, keep pause this. When you pause, when you pause, I'm gonna be like, hey, man, look here, y'all got to be responsible with y'all shit. Okay, think about it. We represent each other out here, and I got to
Look,
work Monday.
look. Here's the funny thing. You gotta go old school. Say, man. Say, man. What the
Yeah,
fuck is you doing?
Look
right,
at
right in the middle. Hey, man, no, Kenneth Johnson. Kenneth Johnson. Hey, man, I don't. What do you think you're trying to do, man? Hey, man, I got an image and a faith I got to protect, man. I don't know.
And then he followed with what? Man, that was silly, man. They both, he was silly, man.
That was some silly bullshit, man.
It was silly. It was silly, man. Um, I tell you what, I'll start it on. You know, and the thing about it is, what I ended up doing was searching for what I would actually want to talk about. I got a lot of things I would talk about and I can go in depth with, but just to share on this particular our particular platform is this. My heart breaks every single time I hear about a coward going into an elementary, a middle school, a high school, college, and harming children. My heart breaks because those children, and I call them children, even though the kids in college are considered grown, I call them children because they're somebody else's child. And I'm not going to say to you, I don't understand. Because I've been in law enforcement, well, I've been me for 58 years and seen the things I've seen before law enforcement, but I've seen the darker side of people for 30 years, right? And there's been a fight for me to keep my sanity and to hold on to who I am without becoming hardened and desensitized to what I see.
That,
Because when you become desensitized, that's a coping mechanism because human beings cannot really see and experience tragedy at all. That's my opinion about it. They can't. I don't want to hear how somebody's trying to figure out, oh, they were such a nice person, or in the high school point, he was bullied and he went and he got to the point. I don't know, is what I'm trying to say. But I know that my heart hurts. It hurts, it aches because those children deserve a chance at life. They deserve it. I mean,
but you have an awareness though, bro.
but here's the thing. Setting the awareness aside, why would anyone ever consider hurting a child because they're hurting?
Hurt people, man.
Yeah.
And children are less likely to fight back, bro. That's a simple
Hey,
fact.
but look, and I understand the logic. I'm speaking, just from a perspective more than anything because I don't have an answer. And I don't think, because, being being somebody that harms someone, you know, that's an objective view. Is that person.
You spoke you spoke about desensitization, man. I wouldn't call it desensitization because the majority of the population has never really operated within the confines of a traumatic scenario like that. I would call it apathy, man, because if a person was desensitized, after experiencing a certain thing, desensitization. Say the word, Keith.
I can't. I like the
Being
fact.
desensitized is what you
Yeah, look,
said.
Being desensitized.
I like the fact you said desensitized the right way. I got a list. They ain't gonna never come out right. But go ahead, bro.
Man, you
Yeah, but
silly as hell.
being in a lot of cases, being desensitized would drive a person to figure out ways to counteract those situations. But apathy would put a person in the mindset where they acknowledge it, and they start to care less and less, and they don't do anything to counteract it. So the more and more these situations happen, the less and less we collectively give a fuck.
But isn't that thinking outside of yourself, though, man? You know what I'm saying? When you see things like that happening, like I said, hurt people hurt people. You know what I'm saying? If a person that's been bullied or whatever, and they go out and do harm to other people, you know what I'm saying, they're not seeing or understanding the pain that they're going through. They're just willing to conflict it to others because they're going through it. But if you have self-awareness, you understand that, you know what, I'm going through this thing, this experience, and I don't want anybody else to feel that. You know what I'm saying? You have to be an angry person not to understand that that the pain you feeling is not registering to you, if I'm making sense. You see what I'm saying? If somebody dog you out and say charge you to the game, and then the first thing that pop in your head is, well, that's how the world functions and that's how the world works, then I'm gonna do the same thing to the next victim. There's no empathy there in terms of another person or in terms of your victimhood and shit. It's just anger breeding anger. You know what I'm saying? And I, for one, as a 57-year-old man, I expect that from somebody that's young who don't know life. You know what I'm saying? At some point, man, if you want to function in a society, man, you have to humble yourself. And that includes you understanding your process, your pain and suffering, and coming to the conclusion that how I felt, I don't want to do that to anybody else. If you had a tendency to say, you know what, man, it was done to me, then you ain't there. You have work to do.
I mean, but that's the hazing mentality, man.
It's an excuse for bad behavior.
Yeah, fraternities,
being an a-hole, man.
Yeah, fraternities have been doing it for generations, man. Hazing. That's what, to me, with your explanation and everything, Damon, that's what it all boils down to me.
Okay.
Hazing.
Okay, now I don't want to leave the initial point that I made, because I brought that up for a reason when it comes to these children. Because, the three of us have children that we care about dearly. And we have family, we know friends that have children that they care about dearly, right? When you see these kind of things happen, what infuriates me is the news that you get, they take the human factor out of it. They say it should be more gun control. It should be more, it's the Democrats' fault because they want to take the guns out of people's hands. And the Republicans want to arm the teachers. And all these different things is going on, right? I wish that it was that simple when it came to, and this is my point, when it comes to evil done to other people, children, adults, evil. I wish it was a switch that was flipped. Now,
a switch in terms of who? The people that's committing evil?
Yes.
Well, that there, man.
Shit, a switch has been flipped.
Right, they choose an evil. It's a choice.
Yeah, once a person.
No, hold on now. Think about it. Is that a switch, or is it something that they decide that that's what the fuck they're gonna do? Excuse me. That's what they're gonna do to someone else. That's not a flip switch. That is a decision that they make. This is what I'm saying to you. It's the same, but it's different. Because you make a choice to live and be the best you can be. And you also make a choice to do bad things. It's a choice. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think people look at it that way. I think they
People,
look at it. I think this is in general, and this is my layman's view of it, my layman's view, because I only have what I've seen in my purview in my lifetime, right? I've heard too many people say that my life was messed up and they did this and they did that. So I wanted to do it with somebody else. But why didn't you do it to the person who did it to you? For whatever reason, they couldn't do it. So what did they do? They went out. So when I say flip that switch, I'm talking about sense, making sense of what you about to do to somebody who don't know you from a can of paint. You know what I mean? Now, am I advocating go get the person that did something to you? No, that's not what I'm saying to you. I'm saying that people will ignore their humanity just to temporarily feel better. And I really and truly don't like that shit.
you have to unpack that a little bit, bro, because people are driven to a certain mindset, man. And there was something that happened that made them say, you know what? And it has to be a consistent negative thing, man. You know what I'm
Bro,
saying? Unless you're sociopathic or psychopath.
hold on. Just you said, now think about what you just said. People are driven. People are not driven. Shit happens, man. People, life happens
It's
to
that
people,
too.
and it's messed up. No, listen what I'm saying to you. It's
No,
messed up. It is messed up. I'm getting tired of the narrative of he was driven there. Not saying you're wrong, but that's the only thing we hear. We don't hear, oh, this dude or this woman decided to take their hurt out on somebody that have nothing to do with it. So, are you driven to do that? You see what I'm saying? This is more speculation. It's nothing that I got hammered on that what I believe in. It's speculation. Like, yo, what? How can you even say that to me? Because what we do as human beings, we try to figure out where we are. So what do? We grab on the first thing that we think makes sense, so it don't drive us crazy.
I don't see the use in trying to find a sense in it at all, man, because it's senseless acts. You know, to try to work out the mental gymnastics. You know, is you kicking yourself in the ass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but doesn't that breed hopelessness though?
But people, they
It
look
only
hope.
breeds hope. It only breeds hopelessness. You know, if you are not actively trying to figure out a way to counteract it.
Don't y'all think hopelessness is floating around right now because of
It
January 6th and all this foolishness?
it it it,
Gas prices, milk prices, yeah.
it may seem that way. It may seem that way, but that's the evil, man. To make you feel hopeless, man. But all you have to do, man, is recognize the pain that you felt when it was given to you, when you went through the experience, and then in that process, you have a choice to make. You know what I'm saying? If somebody victimized you and you went through that whole emotional process, and then at the end of the day, your choice is to victimize another innocent person, that's you. You have to own that, man. Especially if you crying because you got victimized.
Exactly.
I'm saying you have to own that. And in owning that, that's a choice, man. You know what I'm saying? That's a choice. Why would you go out, if a person go out and destroy another man's life in their home? You know what I'm saying? And then when it happened to them, you know what I'm saying? They screaming the loudest. Hey man, hey dude, you know I ain't no snitch, but if y'all know who victimized my kids, then I appreciate it if you let me know. And you put money on the line. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you care about is when it happened to your ass. But if it's somebody else, you charging it to the damn game. But guess what? Everybody recognizes when they hurt or somebody that they love is going through something. Everybody recognizes that.
Think
But
about
when it happens to somebody else, they want to charge it to the game.
think about what you said. Now, you asked me when I said flip the switch. You pretty much told yourself exactly what I was saying by flipping the switch. I wish we could flip the switch because what you said was people, when it happened to them,
Yeah.
they want restitution, they want retribution, they
They
want, you know what I'm saying? But when they do it, oh yeah, charge it to the game. You know what I mean? Or if it's somebody they don't know, charge it to the game. Come on, dude.
Let me
Hey,
ask.
look, this is why I was on the fantasy side of it. I wish it was a switch that could be flipped and stay that way. You know what I'm saying? That's all. You know, I want
You,
look because it's not realistic. Go ahead, Jacor.
yeah. Let me ask y'all, man. When was the last time either one of you heard or seen a revenge plot, a successful revenge plot, where a victim actually made his uh, his or her what you call it assailant get his comeuppance? When was the last time you ever seen that?
The
And I asked
good,
that
the bad,
question.
and the ugly.
Yeah,
Movies?
I've never seen
Movies,
it in real life.
not in real
And as a
life.
matter of fact, I just had a group discussion about that. This is very same subject yesterday. There is no revenge. Revenge is nothing but a concept, you know. So yesterday I had a conversation. I'm talking to a room full of young men who really can't understand that, you know, once somebody hit one of yours, you know, instead of them going out and, you know, exacting revenge on the person who committed the actual act, they're willing to touch anybody that's in that person's orbit, and they want to say that that's the street code.
It
And I'm
is a
like,
shortcut. It is bullshit. But go
yeah,
ahead.
that's, I mean, that's fucking cowardice, man. Because, you know, if this person who committed this act is in jail, if you so hot for revenge, why don't you go to jail and deal with it? If you're willing to make sacrifices, if you're willing to sacrifice an innocent person's life, why don't you go that extra step and put yourself in that person's space and then get your revenge? Revenge does not happen ever. You know, it's
Well,
just one senseless act. It's just one senseless act for another senseless act, and that's how, like, generational neighborhood beefs get perpetuated.
here's what's crazy, man. Um, you talk about revenge. Okay, I've never been put in a position where I had to, you know what I'm saying, do the revenge thing, and I hope I never be in that position. But you know, when you in that space, man, and you hurting, and you're going through that whole process, man. Of course, you want revenge. You know what I'm saying, and not even knowing how it's going to affect you in the you know what I'm saying, and you know, as far as the end result, man, you don't know how it's going to affect you.
Mm.
Hey, somebody did something to somebody you love, you want them dead, they die, and then you sit back and you think, okay, am I satisfied with that? You know what I'm saying? Did that did it appease me?
Mm.
Did it make
So
me whole? You
so
know what I'm
so
saying?
do you have, can you discern the difference between revenge and justice?
No, man, they fucking, they are, let me put it like this: justice is the redhead stepchild of revenge.
They definitely eat
My
at the
eyes.
same table.
Yeah, and I
Well,
say that to say this is what I say: justice is actually catching the actual human being that done it, and they get prison time or whatever happens. That's justice to me.
well, you look at you can be an advocate for justice, man. But at the end of the day, do that bring back your loved one or whatever? You know what I'm saying?
No, but
That's
it's a
real.
healthier it's a healthier way to find a solution than revenge is.
It'll help you move on, I think.
Well, here's the thing for me. You know what I'm saying? Just speaking on the personal note, when it comes to revenge, I don't give a shit, man. I really don't. You know what I'm saying? If my mindset is on that, based on real life shit, real life tragedies, I'm gonna do what I got to do, and I can live with it.
To who?
To what do you mean? To who?
Are you willing to put yourself in a position to where you can exact revenge on the specific person, or are you willing to settle for a person that is in that person orbit?
No, 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 no. It's directed towards the person that did the deed,
Okay, that's
and
justice.
I'm good with that.
Revenge is putting the bullet in anybody that motherfucker know. That's my opinion.
I can see how you. I
I
can
can
see where
go
you're
with
going
that.
with it.
I can go with that.
Yeah. And you know what? But see, but I have to make that determination though.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do. I have to make that determination.
No,
If somebody harms somebody I love, do I go back to his family and do cause
That's what Jaquari's saying.
by
right?
today's standard,
That's what Jaquari's
by
saying.
today's standards, that's
Yeah,
completely
but
gone.
yeah, but what that is, man, it's just mean. What that is, man, is that breeds hopelessness, man. You know what I'm saying? It's what is. Do I get appeasement from that? I don't know. I
Hopelessness,
never been in that position. I don't know.
hopelessness is an end result in
But
all
it,
cases. Hopelessness is an end result in all cases because going back to what Keith said, and you alluded to, man, the decision has already been made. I'm gonna throw my life away no matter what.
yeah,
Revenge is
but
justice.
either
So
way, it's a domino
hopeless.
effect,
Yeah, yeah.
It is.
So we
and something that you have to live with. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah.
People convince themselves to live with anything. You know what I'm saying? They convince themselves to live with anything, but at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? What you do, what your actions does, is affect everybody that's in your life.
That's real.
Mhm.
That's
Of
what it
course.
does.
Of course.
You know what I'm saying?
I think the best.
So if I go out and I go out and get revenge, my son is gonna come back and say, "Well, I ain't gonna never see you outside of their prison walls again." That affects his life. You know what I'm saying? So that's where justice comes in. When you expect the law enforcement to do their job, and then try to find satisfaction from that, try to gain satisfaction from that, and try
Yeah.
to and tell yourself that's justice.
Oh yeah. We all on the same page with that.
You
We
know.
definitely all three of us on the same page.
The best example I can think of, man, is the subject matter that we was talking about yesterday about Unc.
Get it? Yeah.
Could have been bad, man.
All right. All
Yeah,
right.
you see many conclusions we jump to
Could have
without
been
the
real.
facts.
Could have been real bad, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Without the
Yeah.
facts.
No
I,
doubt. No
I
doubt.
wish I wish we could talk about it, but I mean that's not something that we do.
Yeah. Um. All right. But look, let's move on from my topic. We'll probably come. We can circle back around if y'all want to say something at the end. All right. Now, who we got up next? Jaquari, Fluke. Which one of y'all want to go next?
Go ahead, Jacoy.
Okay.
I'll be back in a minute. I mean, hear what you got to say first, though.
Okay. Well, I got a
Twinkle
list.
balls.
I got a list, bro. Go ahead.
This this dude, man. Hey man, really?
Hey, look, my fault. That slipped out. That was '90s humor with what I just said, folks. That was
Whatever.
'90s humor. Oh, shit. Hey, he ain't turned his mic off, folks. So he's like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, like I said, man, I got a list of 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I got a list of potentially 14 things that I want to talk about, man. And can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. How you
Okay.
gonna pull that shit off, boy?
Well, I
I mean,
mean, shit.
I'm talking about you got the list. You want us to speak on all 14, or you just want to just
Well, I'm getting
throw them out
into it.
there?
I'm getting into it, brother. You got to let me finish.
Wow, you got a plan. My bad. What's
Hmm.
your plan, sir?
My plan is to read out the particular bullet point and, just talk a bit about it. And if you remember it after I get done with my list, then feel free to speak on it, bro.
Now, I am 58 years old,
Okay.
and you did say you got 14 of them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is find a
And
pencil.
you
I'm gonna
did.
find a pencil and take some notes. Just letting you know, I'm
Okay.
game. I'm just taking notes on it.
Okay. Well, go ahead and find your pencil, sir, and maybe you and Damon get back at the same time, and I'll just sit here.
I already got it. What you talking about? I already got the pencil. Pencil.
Yeah.
You
You know
know
what
when
the
you
funny
go ahead.
thing is,
What's up?
because he gonna try to remember these things too. He ain't got no pen and paper. I know he don't.
But look, all right. Let's just say this. Just a side note. People who are going to watch this in the future,
Hmm.
folks that's watching it now, I encourage you to get with one of the three of us if you want to come on with a topic. And if we just get a little inkling on participation, then we're going to have you on the show. I need you guys to understand this is a movement. And I want you to get on board. And plus, it's a beautiful thing. And I tell all my past guests, it's a beautiful thing when you can go to a YouTube channel and see yourself
Hmm.
speak on whatever topic is broached. That's a beautiful thing.
He
You know what I'm
definitely is.
saying? It's a beautiful thing to watch it. Me personally, I'm like my brothers in so many ways. I don't watch the episodes. I don't watch them because I am a little too critical of myself. Because
Hmm.
I mentioned having a list earlier, but when I say something great and that list come into play, I'm pissed off because I ruined it. You ruined it.
You fucking ruined it, bro. No, man. I stuttered,
Oh
man.
shit.
I stuttered. So I mean,
Yeah.
as long as my point gets across, that's all I really give a shit about.
You ready,
Well,
Flu?
I got a list and a stutter. I don't give a damn what you think about me.
You ready, Flu?
Ready for what?
Core.
My list of things that piss me off.
I'm ready.
Okay. Hey, look, and as a I just want to preface this list by saying that I didn't even come up with it. Nikki came up. My wife Nikki came up with it. So yeah.
She know the
Yeah.
shit
Oh
that
my
piss you
God.
off.
Hold
Here
on.
here
Hold
we
on.
go.
Hold on. Hold on. I gotta prepare myself. If you said sister-in-law,
Yeah,
just
but I
like sis-
mean,
no,
yeah,
Hey,
no,
but
no.
was she doing like this?
I'm saying that in.
she
I'm
wrote them
saying that
down.
in.
She
I'm
wrote
saying
them
that
down.
in good nature. I'm saying that in good nature, but
Yeah.
I gotta prepare myself. All right, I'm ready, dog.
Who know you better than she do?
Yeah, and after and some of these things, man, feel free to stop me to let me know whether or not she hit the nail on the head.
No
Just I
doubt.
mean, not from things that you probably experienced from me, but things you think I might be like, yeah, that's fucked up. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. First one is pretty harmless. Is merging onto cars merging into traffic at the last second. That really pisses me off. You know, because you know you're getting on the highway and everything, and you know you need to prepare yourself, man. You're driving a vehicle, so you're always supposed to be thinking about, you know, everybody's safety, right?
So it depends on whether or not you're a defensive or offensive driver.
No matter what kind of driver you is, you always need to be driving to arrive alive, bro.
Well, I'm saying to you, the person who's bullshitting and trying to get on, like you referring to, they
Mm-hmm.
are a defensive driver. Offensive driver here would have cut you off and didn't care.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, fuck that. Okay, I'm trying to get where I am safe and unharmed.
Well, you used to gridlock though, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, that DC driving, boy.
Yeah.
All right, go ahead, Jaquar.
All right. The second one is people were seeing it. See, this is the one that I disregard or whatever because you know I'm a victim of it. People were receiving hairlines that just won't give it the fuck up. You know, I got me a little space back here, so she was fucking with me when she wrote that down.
I'm saying, is it a receding hairline or is it just a patch?
Or you cutting it wrong, man.
Again, fuck that. She know I'm sensitive about my goddamn hair.
It's a good grade though.
Yeah, in the front. All right, number three.
All right.
Number three. I don't know if y'all ever experienced this bullshit, but paper straws.
No, I haven't had any.
You never used a paper straw?
No.
I don't know what part of See, look at that shit. See, yeah. How long can you use that motherfucker?
The first drink. Well, you think the pack's still full?
Goddamn right. Goddamn right. And the kick in the ass was a black man invented the sipping straw. A black man invented the sipping straw.
Man, that's another thing your brother got to be blamed for, bro.
Exactly. Motherfuckers. Number 5. Lettuce on a hot sandwich. I can't stand that shit.
Now,
I cannot stand that shit, man.
so
The
like
crunch make it fresh, man.
Yeah, they put lettuce on burgers now.
Yeah, I'm saying though, but you got to eat the motherfucker right there. You can't take it home, motherfucking lettuce all wilted and shit, man. That shit make me sick. I can't eat that shit. My stomach be flipping all over the goddamn place. Next one is people who let the kids run for strangers, man, and just play with strangers. That shit happens to me, goddamn. It still happens to me every day, man.
I don't like that.
You know, little
That's
white
your work environment right there, man. Where y'all come from when you work.
Yeah, but I mean, we be sitting at the doggone Applebee's, man. Little random kids run up, little random white kids run up, sitting on my lap and shit, and and mom and daddy sitting right there. So I'm sweating like a nigga at a white woman funeral, man. I'm like, come and get your baby, man. What's wrong with you?
They might be trying to groom you.
Oh man, look. That's a motherfucker that I killed, man. You gonna fuck my life up, man? No sir. People who ask about my height and then ask my 50-year-old ass if I played basketball.
Mine too, bro. For real.
Look, if you over 6 feet growing up in the hood, motherfuckers gonna make you play basketball. Hell, I play basketball, I dance, goddammit. Yeah, I'm well-rounded motherfucker.
Hey, look.
Let me see.
Yeah, Jaquari. Hey, look. For people who don't know, Jaquari, when it comes to rhythm from the motherland, he got it. Him and Dana. I ain't got shit but the two-step.
Hey man, you got good intentions, brother. So I don't
Look here. Hey, we ain't gonna talk about we was in that club, Keith, and we was on stage and shit.
Oh.
And I let you down. We ain't gonna talk about that.
Oh shit.
Listen. We'll talk about that later. That was some bullshit on my part, but go ahead.
All right, I only got a couple more, fellas. I appreciate your patience. Spit in the corner of a motherfucker's mouth.
What? Oh.
When they talking and they got that spit build up, I be like, man, come on, man. You know, I start checking my mouth and shit, checking for boogers in my nose and all that shit. Let me see.
Quiet.
Allow, huh?
This how you handle that. You look at them and do this.
That shit don't work.
Hell no.
It does work.
And they be talking. They work with females. They don't work with brothers, man.
Yeah. As soon as they leave you, shit, they be like, "What's wrong with that nigga? He out here wiping his mouth and shit." And then when he left, he want to dap me.
First of all,
because your mouth look like a motherfucking porno.
When it comes,
God damn, Spoke.
That shit turned my stomach, man. I can't.
Look, here's rule number 1. When it comes to men, ladies, understand this. Young boys growing up, understand this first fucking rule. Always be honest with another man. Yo, brother, get that shit from out the corner of your mouth.
Right.
You got to say it.
You got to say it.
Because I share it. Because I care about
it.
it.
Hey, bro. You keep bullshit. That shit look very nasty, man. And you're talking to me.
The people who I choose to have those conversations with, man, I care about those people. When they leave me, I want them to be on point. That's all I'm saying.
Hey, with a sister, all you got to do is this. She be like, what?
Yeah. All right, and the last one is a loud motherfucking nigga who think he funny.
Wow. Hey, look, let me tell you something. That one meant something to you.
It did.
Because you threw that N-bomb out there with impunity.
Yep. He said, nigga.
Yep. And I got an example. You know, anybody who watches this podcast know I went to a historically black college, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm sitting in the classroom, man, and shit, it was a psychology class, man. I was failing shit out that motherfucker, right? So it was this dude, country folks, I love country folks, man, but when they're extreme, I hate them motherfuckers. I ain't gonna lie to you. But no, I'm just this dude, the first day, it was amusing. But this dude in the middle of class or whatever, teacher lecturing and everything, he yawns, he says, sleepy. And everybody busts out laughing, right? And it kind of cut the tension in the classroom a little bit. So, that day, we was able to move on, fairly comfortably, right? So the next class come up, and he did it again. Got the same response. Next class come up, I swear to God, he did it again. Got the same response. So, shit, I said out loud to everybody, I said, hey, man, there's a funny guy here, man, but he doing the same goddamn thing. That's not funny. It ain't funny no more. Encourage this man to, to sharpen his shit. I don't know, man. It was.
Now what you say is, you say it at random. Here this motherfucker go again.
Go. Yeah.
No. This how you do it. This how you do this shit. When you hit the sleepy.
Yeah. Oh man, I would have brought the house down. Oh my God. And just as a side note, that motherfucker hated my guts. Hated my guts. And I'm the type of dude who be in situations and be like, man, I don't know what the fuck I did, man. Everybody treat me bad and all this. I'm an asshole.
I mean,
it's okay. I'm an asshole.
But you own it though, Jaquar. You own it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah. So that's the list of things that piss me off.
That's a hell of a list, bro.
Yeah, it was.
And it's genuine. That's the only thing that matters.
Luke, before you get into your segment, give us one thing that pissed you off.
The one thing that pissed me off, man, is when I know better. When I know better. And then at the end of the goddamn day, I was like, I be fighting with my own demons and shit. And be like, man, I knew better than that shit, dog.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't blame nobody else but myself, dog.
But everybody who heard that could touch all over that motherfucker.
Yes, sir. I think the one thing I can say that kind of pissed me off is when people assume that you want to listen to their problems every fucking time you see them.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I do shit like this.
You say when it changed your life?
Look, I'll do shit like this. I'm talking about after like the 30th time that you met up with this particular friend, I'll do shit like this. Some of them I had to do shit like this.
Can you see it?
Yeah, did you see it, man? Can you see it? Can you see
Hey,
it? They say,
I'm real.
What can I see? Do you see give a fuck in my eyes?
Look, hey, bro, this is what I do, bro. I be like, hey, dude, I ain't got it today, man. I understand. I understand it's important to you, but I got my own shit on my mind, dog.
Yeah,
You know what?
bro.
You know what's so
Tell me exactly what it is that you need right now, motherfucker, so we can get on with our life. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you what's so crazy about it. It's not the guys, you know, because as men we kind of guarded with our shit, right? Unless that it's our close boy, right? It's the women, our women friends.
Oh, you stepping on toes, bro.
No, I'm talking about me. Talking about me.
Okay, that's clarified. It's all look. All mine can keep coming to me.
Look, no. But here's the thing. I tell them about that shit. You never ask me what kind of day I had. This is when I was working. What kind of day I had. You want to tell me who pissed you off, how they pissed you off, and it. I had to tell one woman, hey, the only person I'm going to listen to that every day is my wife. That's it. I'm interested in every problem that she has. All I'm interested in you is us working together. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Let me ask you this: did that change anything about your dynamic?
Look, hurt their feelings. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't track me down as much, call me on the phone, the work phone and all that as much. You know why? Because I was their foil to bounce shit off of. Work related, I'm good. But don't tell me about your personal life.
hey, listen.
I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to, unless your boyfriend or your husband is a monster. But if it's a disagreement in your relationship, why would I step in the middle of that? You feel what I'm saying? I think that's wrong.
Yeah. And that's honest.
Wrong. I'm not
That's
going
honest.
to do that. You know,
Yeah,
they gonna
right.
get mad at me like, yo, you see what he did? I said, did you see what you did? You was wrong. You always jumping on his side. Yeah, because you wrong. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Come on, man.
Look, I saw this movie, man, just to speak to what y'all talking about. I watched this movie, man, with Brad Pitt, man, Cowboy Joint, man. I think he was like Jesse James and shit. I can't remember the name of the movie or whatever, right? But this dude, who was the main character, was talking to Jesse James' brother, Frank James. And my man was talking about the and when he got done, my man looked at him and he say, now what the hell am I supposed to do with that, man? You know what I'm saying? You told me all that. What am I supposed to do with that? What the hell you want from me, man? You know what I'm saying? And when I saw that, I was like, wow. That's straight up to the point. Dude, you told me about your experience and what you're going through and what you expect and all that stuff. And it doesn't coincide with my life. So I'm going to ask you a direct question. What you want me to do with that, man? What answer do you want to hear?
That's cowboy logic, man.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? And
where I got mine from.
Yeah, that's a man being honest with himself. Hey, dude, man, you know you my brother, man. Got love for you, all that. But as far as what I'm thinking about, man, I really can't help you. So I hope you don't expect me to give you the answer. what I'm saying? You got to work that out with yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Hey man, the coldest line I ever heard in the cowboy movie, man, I was watching it with Pop on Saturday morning, man. It was two strangers.
I know what you
sitting
finna say.
Yeah, yeah. They was in a saloon, right? And one was at the bar. Well, they was both bellied up to the bar, and one was looking at the other one, right? And so the protagonist, the main dude, he look up and see the man looking, look back down, pay attention to his drink, take a sip, look back, and see the dude looking at him. He said, "Hey, mister, you keep on looking at me, you gonna watch me kill you." That's the coldest shit I ever heard in a movie, man.
Man, look, hey, look, we getting to you, but I gotta throw my little cowboy. It's a couple of them, right? But Clint Eastwood and John Wayne have had some of the best lines. And even though John Wayne was who he was, but my point, the best line. Unforgiven became my favorite movie after he shot the bartender. And Gene Hackman said, what did he say? "You son of a man, you just shot an unarmed man." He looked, he said he should have armed himself.
He should have armed himself.
What he did, no.
But that's real life, though.
Man, Ned. Yeah, what he did to my friend Ned. I'm like, makes sense.
Yeah.
He posted Ned outside the saloon on the board, dead. So yeah, he had a bill to pay.
Yes, sir.
And we was walking out, riding the horse out the top. He said, "I'm gonna come back and kill all your kids and your wives and all this
and your dogs." I'm shooting everything that moves.
Everything that moves, man.
I think, man, it's something Pop had said to me, man, years and years ago. He was like, "Hey, man, you know, I understand as a man you have to address certain things, but in reality, son, the one thing you got to understand is what's gonna get you to the next day." You know what I'm saying? That survival thing. What's gonna get you to the next day? Not giving up your manhood or any of that. See, when if you get into it with a brother, man, who all about that, and you be like, "All right, bro, you know what? I tell you what, I'm gonna go on about my business. Just leave me alone." They think that's weak. That's weak. What they don't think about is that you thinking about the consequences of your actions, fucking with this dumbass dude. Man, excuse my language. You know what I'm saying? There's consequences to your actions, man.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we all in our 50s, and we survived it. Never did prison time. Because we understand there's consequences to our actions. You know what I'm saying? The right balance is understanding what's worth the you know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Somebody hurt somebody I love, I'm willing to go there. That's just hands down. I don't even think twice about that because that's how our dad raised all three of us. We just that. But if there's a situation where you like, man, I'm not finna deal with that clown ass shit. It's clown shit. And then you work and survive the next day. And I don't think, man, people, especially in this country, they don't realize as a black man. You know, the one thing that I hate most, man, is when women say, "He ain't no man." How the fuck you know that? You don't know what it takes to be a man? You understand what I'm saying? So when you see something, as a woman, you see something weak. "Oh, that's a weak nigga. He ain't no man." How you know? How you know he ain't maneuvering and shit? How you know he ain't maneuvering? How you know he ain't taking a stance on, you know what? I'm not finna kill this dude, man, because it's gonna take away from my brand new child. You see what I'm saying? Because you can't raise no child from the penitentiary, dog. Or the grave. So if you love that child that you produced, or that your child produced, you have to strike the right balance, man. And the one thing that people don't realize, man, a man is that dude who can walk away from some dumb shit. And all three of us know that. But the cat who trying to be on that ego shit, they'll never get it. No, man, I need you to respect me as a man, so you pop a nigga, a brother. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, man, this clown, man, he ain't finna do nothing. Let me walk away. And what is all the other clowns who will never pull a gun on somebody gonna do? Oh, he's scared. Who ain't scared of a fucking gun, man? You know what I'm saying? Like Pop told me, I said, hey man, what if somebody put a knife on me? I said, man, what if somebody put a gun on me, Pop? He was showing me the arts and shit. He said, run, son. It makes sense. I said, what if somebody put a knife on me, Pop? He said, run, son. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is.
Yeah.
Oh, you gonna fight who fights a brother with a knife, man?
Somebody in the movie. Or somebody who ain't got a choice.
You know what I'm saying? And what did Pop teach us? We know all the vital organs, man. We know all the main veins. Me, with a box cutter, your life is done, bro. You feel what I'm saying? But a fool who don't know shit with a box cutter, I'm like, I don't know if he know where to cut first. See, people don't take that in consideration, man. But all the clowns do, man, this nigga ran from a box cutter. Really? You that tough?
Well, the first thing you do, man, what Good Williams told you, is you cut your motherfucker on the arm.
and say, you cut, ain't you?
when he's standing there bleeding, you say, well, you cut, ain't you, nigga?
Let's bringing attention to, you know what I'm saying, what you going through.
No, yeah, this can escalate.
First of all, in real life, unless you stab somebody, when you cut them, 9 times out of 10, they gonna hear it, but they ain't gonna feel it. They ain't gonna know.
They ain't gonna know.
They ain't gonna know at all.
They ain't gonna know.
They fighting you, they smooth, then it get jerky.
It starts slowing down, and then he got to sit on the curb and shit, and you know what I'm saying? I watched Hippotip cut him up. Y'all remember Hippotip?
Yeah.
I watched him cut a motherfucker's throat, and he started talking shit. I'm like, dude, man, you about gone, man. You don't realize that? Talking loud. I'm like,
look,
that's a mental note.
Joking about this, but see, that's traumatic to see, first and foremost. So
all three of us done saw some real fucked up shit, dog.
You gotta put it somewhere. You know what I mean?
Right, and then all three of us saw fucked up shit, man, and we had to bury that shit back in the recesses of our mind and shit. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think most people realize, man, in the situations like that, man, it's gonna haunt you. Unless you a social or psychopath.
I know that's not your segment, brother, but you that was good. You can go.
My segment, man. Here's my. Can I start?
Yeah.
Here's my segment, man. When I realized we ain't had no guests on tonight, man, I was excited all day. You know what I'm saying? I was excited all day, and it reminded me of something, man, that I took for granted, man, and that's all three of us being in the same space, be it cyber or in person. And I look forward to it because I was like, you know what? I felt so comfortable. I felt no anxiety. And I don't know if that's a rare thing in this world, man, to be able to be in a situation with people that you feel that comfortable with, man. You know what I'm saying? That you feel that comfortable with. And I appreciate us, but we just talking random stuff. We kicking it with each other. You know what I'm saying? And this is literally our safe space, man. It's literally our safe space, man. And I appreciate that, and that's nothing that I will ever take for granted, man. ever. You know what I'm saying? Because as a black man, it's always pressure. It's always, you know what I'm saying? I don't think the world realized that because they question black men, especially African American men. But in everyday life, from young to old, man, it's always pressure. And when you got a space, man, where you can just be relaxed and be yourself, you know what I'm saying? That's a virtue, man. So I appreciate both of y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate both of y'all, and y'all gave me something to look forward to, man. Seeing both of y'all today.
I appreciate you too, brother. I love you.
Oh yeah. Definitely. I tell people all the time, this is my shit. This has always been my, to see y'all at least twice a week and just chop it up.
Hey, Keith.
What's up, man?
You eating on one of them Star Mist, brother?
I am chewing on some gum.
With your old ass. What flavor is it?
It is spearmint.
Old ass.
Damn right.
Eating on some granny flavor gum and shit.
Listen,
He said granny flavor. What is that? Black licorice and shit?
Yeah. I bet you got your pocket full of squirrels too, don't you?
Oh, shit. First of all, I embrace my 58 years. That is realness. And
Yeah.
I told my son today he got braces, so this don't apply to him for the next 7 months. But I said to him, it saved me because I'm going to say that I didn't start really brushing my teeth on the regular until the 9th grade. And you want to know why? You want to know why? Because I got tired of a cute girl coming in my face. And I said, hey, how you doing, babies? Right? And I threw that little out there. And it was like, oh, hey, how you doing? Putting that finger up there to block that shit. So I told my son, keep you a pack of. See, he don't like peppermint. He don't like spearmint. He don't like nothing along those lines, right?
He ain't never ate no candy, man.
I know. I said, discover some gum that you can chew on, even though he brushes his teeth twice a day. But I'm saying, bro, he got allergies, so sometimes he got allergy breath. He's like, good God.
Allergy breath.
Hey, Jakar. My nephew watching this shit right now talking about this motherfucker, man.
This motherfucker.
No, as soon as you be talking or whatever, as soon as you leave the room, he be like, "Fuck you, Dad." Fuck you, fuck you, Dad.
Dad is such an asshole. You really and truly are. Mom, Dad's an asshole.
Hey, no, hey, Keith. What the hell is his problem?
What the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck? We just had a good time a couple of hours ago.
Y'all talking about everybody, and when it came to the bad shit, you brought my name up. Really?
Why? Why, Dad? Why?
Our kids just don't understand the pleasure we take in embarrassing them, man.
Look here, man. Here's the thing that's funny. Here's the thing that's funny to me.
Let me just say this real quick. Y'all both all three of us was raised with John Armstrong. Stop playing. He didn't give no quarter. And sister didn't give no quarter. What did mom do? Mom was just saying, Keith, move. Keith, move.
Look here. You know how many times I heard, Jaquan, is that you stinking?
Look here. I came to the crib one day, man, playing basketball at Perry School, man. I came in the crib and I went in the kitchen to fix me something to eat, and made me a big ass plate, sat down, and grandma came up with a bag of shit. My grandmother, man, came up with a bag of shit and she pulled out each item and say, now when you're done washing, you put this on. I was 13 years old, man.
Shit.
She named each item, man, and she said that she gave me she said she ain't called it a face towel or a washcloth, she called it a rag and shit.
It's rag.
Mm-hmm.
She said, now when you get the soap, you do this like this. and then you wipe everything clean, okay? And when you're done, you come back down and let me know that you done, and I'm gonna check.
Yeah.
That was the most embarrassing shit in my life, dog.
Man.
But-
Look,
Maggie Johnson, man, she did that shit.
But what did they do from now on?
I was taking like 5 showers a day afterwards and
Man,
shit.
come on,
Hey,
stop
man,
playing.
hey, look,
That's
that-
what I'm talking about.
if that wasn't a manifestation of love, man, I don't know. What the fuck
I don't
Look
know
at-
what was.
I was walking around with Brute and Old Spice and all that shit. Hey, grandma, what you think? Did you put water on your ass? And soap. That's real shit, man.
Get in the shower, turn it on,
Oh, man.
wet your body up, and use soap.
She gave instructions, Jaquan.
Look,
Do it twice.
the funny shit was the first time I ever heard whole bath. Pop was like, yo, Keith, come here, man. What I need you to stop doing is taking these whole baths. I'm looking at him confused. I'm probably about 12. I'm like, what? A whole bath? I said, what is that? He told me what it was. Man, I laughed for about I said, because why I laughed was because that's what the fuck I was doing.
It was a whole
Okay.
bath. Yeah, it was a whole bath. Yeah.
He said, he checked me one time. He said, hey, son, you take a bath? Well, I said, yeah, I washed up. He said, what the fuck you mean you washed up? Yeah. He said, what the fuck you, excuse my language, he said, what the fuck you mean? Get your ass back up there and get in the shower and let the water hit your ass.
I give my sons no quarter because y'all want to lay up under all these girls. You ain't got no business smelling like the world, man, at all. At all. You know what I mean?
Poppy used to be like, you took a shower, folks? Like, yeah. Come here, let me smell your hair.
There it is. There it is.
Yep.
The people out there, when it comes to your boys, smell their hair. Because the hair has to be washed before anything. You know what I mean? But if it's smelling like old mustard, tell them to get in that shower.
It smell like the outdoors and cut grass and shit. You ain't washed your head. You ain't washed your ass.
Shit.
If it smell like you ain't paying no attention to your shit. But hey, man, I'm gonna tell you, bro. I'm gonna tell y'all both, man. Our uncles, man, the ones that passed, whatever, man, they was honest with us, man, about every motherfucking thing, dog. They said it, and we walked around all offended and shit. This and that, you know what I'm saying? But they was saying the real shit, the right shit. You know what I'm saying? They was saying the real and right shit.
I mean, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that, man. I do.
I guess she was in a place where you can handle the criticism, man. But you know, whenever that's all you receive from a person, man, you know, it makes it hard to get along.
If you're too young to hear harshness, I got a problem with that. You understand? But if you in your late teens, middle to late teens, and you know better, and you hear that harshness, I'm with that. You feel me?
Look at it. Uncle Kenny said, hey, man.
I'm not trying to tear you down. All I'm doing is like, yo, brother, I'm preparing you for this world, period.
Uncle, he said, hey, man, come on, hang out with me and shit. I said, okay, I'll be there. I came down and I had my best shit on. He looked at me, he said, he looked at me from head to toe. He said, that would never do. He went in his closet, started laying shit out. And I'm like, hey man, you don't think you being offensive? See, yeah, I am, but you ain't going nowhere with me looking like that. Cause I own some slacks and some goddamn tennis shoes. He was like, no, man, we ain't doing that.
Hey man, Kenneth Johnson asked me. I thought I was looking sharp and smelling good and shit. Kenneth Johnson asked me, man, you ready to go work on the farm, bro? I'm like, hey man, fuck you, man. And then he would ask you to wear your best shit to work.
Yeah. Hey.
I remember he came and borrowed a pair of sneakers from me, man, and kept us on my bitches for like a month, man. I'm walking around the house without no goddamn shoes. I ain't go outside or nothing.
Look, I'm gonna share something with
you. Hey, here go a funny story. When Uncle Essie bought his 3 silk shirts and shit for a whole month, he was like, hey man, when I'm gonna get my shirts? Remember, bring your shirts, man. Right? So he finally bought them motherfuckers, but Uncle Essie washed them motherfuckers. And Uncle Kitty looked at him, he said, them yours.
No.
He said, them yours.
Those belong to you now, bro.
Right.
Look, I told both of y'all this before, but I'm gonna share this with everybody out there. Growing up, being an extra large man, right? Because I had muscular thighs and calves, and then I'm, 6'5" and better. So they didn't make clothes, off the rack clothes for me. The first thing is, my mama used to cuss me out when she took me clothes shopping.
I remember that shit like yesterday.
We were sitting there trying on clothes. I said, Ma, I ain't gonna be able to fit that. Go ahead and try it on, Keith. Let's go ahead and try it on. I come out there, shit look crazy, right? She looked at me, she said, Keith, this don't make no goddamn sense.
You already in the Huskies.
First of all,
right, with the grammar, same color shit.
I said, look at me. Do you see anybody walking around like me right now? There ain't nothing on here, right? So as I got older, they started making big man stuff, right? But it's very rare. So when me and my wife kid got together, he found a spot. And plus I was in shape then. So, the thing about it is, if you 6'9", 250, you got a little cut with you, you can squeeze in a 2X. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that, right? So I'm in my favorite, shout out to Pittsburgh, Nats. Now it's called Arts, baby. But Nats.
What's up, Nats?
Look, the greatest bar ever.
Sure enough, real talk.
I'm in there with my peoples and stuff, right? It was one summer, it was a Sunday. Standing at the bar. We said we having a great time. It's probably about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Let me tell you something. Sunday drinking, you ain't got to go to work. And this relaxation is the best feeling in the world for a 25-year-old, right? So I'm standing up there. My wife bought me, we was boyfriend and girlfriend at the time. She bought me an outfit.
Was it from the Gap?
No. It was some deck shoes, Sebagos, right? A pair of navy blue shorts and a red and white horizontal shirt, right? With a big boat steer. What do they call it?
I remember that joint.
I'm down there.
I used to steal it and wear it.
Listen, I'm down there shining, right? So it was the young lady. She was messing around with my best friend. So we're sitting there, we're chilling, we drinking, they drinking, we having a ball. She gets drunk and she gets mad at him, so she tried to take it out on me. I'm deflecting her, like, yo, I had nothing to do with that situation y'all on, right? She said, yeah, you cool. Even though I'm looking at you. They're looking at me. I'm like, I get offended, like, what do you mean looking at me, right? Because I'm feeling like fresh to death, right? So she looked at me and said, "You look very nice. Well, you look like your wife dressed you." She said, "You
Mm.
married? You got a girlfriend?" He said, "Yo, oh, girlfriend. Yeah, your girlfriend dressed you, didn't she?" I looked, and I don't know why, but I was offended as hell, right? So I'm sitting up there. I played it off. I'm sitting there drinking more and more, and I'm looking at my outfit. I got the Sebagos on, the deck shoes with no socks on, right? And I'm looking up there. I'm in shape. I'm not, but I'm dressed like my girlfriend
Mm.
dressed me. You know what I'm
Every
saying?
Right.
everything
Every,
but everything but the captain hat.
and look, don't get me wrong, people. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm in my favorite bar. I'm in my favorite bar with my boys, dressed like my girlfriend dressed me, and it was the truth. I said to myself, I went back and told her, I said, you know what, honey, I appreciate it. So I tell you what, we're gonna compromise. We're gonna compromise. I said, you buy the shorts, and I'm gonna buy the shirts. Then I told her what the young lady said. She laughed for about 20 minutes, man. She said, yeah, that's what I was trying to do. I'm
Mm.
like,
Hey,
oh my God.
hey, King. Tell me if you remember this shit, man. DC had posted the picture on fucking Facebook, man, where I had a black and white outfit on, and he had a yellow and multicolored shit on. Remember that shit?
Hmm.
And
And guess
by the way,
what?
step out. Lisa
Kid
posted the
bought
picture,
that.
y'all. I was like, yeah, okay. I went in. I looked at it. I was like, okay, god damn it. I had on some white, black, oh, fuck, tight ass, whatever. That's back in the '80s, man. Tight ass shit or whatever. And I'm like, where the fuck she get? I'm like, where she get that picture from, man? I'm in my feelings, man. But we was in some shape though. We was balls. We was balls brothers, boy.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you the
That's
crazy
how they.
thing.
That's how they dressed back then.
That yellow was canary yellow,
Yeah.
and that was the brightest yellow ever seen. I've ever seen. And guess what? She bought that for me. She
And
bought
we
it.
was hey, we was in front of the in-laws crib too. I'm like, god damn.
Get ready to go to Mississippi, wasn't
Were we going to Mississippi?
we were going to Mississippi?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But let me do a little bit of house cleaning, guys, and then we're gonna bring it on home. Um, First of all, I want to say that I need you to go to our YouTube channel, like, share, and subscribe, just so we can get the content out to other people. Because if YouTube still work the same, we have a certain number we need to achieve for them to throw us in another algorithm, in which I really believe that we will get there if the people that I know and Damon and Jaquari know take 30 seconds, go and click onto it. That's all you got to do. That's it. And the people watching and who's going to watch this in the future, tell your friends. If you've done it already, go tell your friends to do it. You know why? Because I really am proud of the content that we have on our channel. We are responsible people. We have great opinions from the three of us. And also, the guests that we bring on great bring on great opinions about how they feel. Because our show is for them. So go ahead and go like, share, and subscribe. And I want to say earlier, when I said I don't give a F about what's going on, I needed you to pay attention to everything I said prior to that. Because I really mean that in the sense that It don't drive me to show up here. And if you take it in the negative sense, that's because you want to take it that way. You want to have a reason not to do it. You want to be the person to say, I would, but he scratched his left ear when I was sitting up here getting ready to pay attention to him. Because that's just how insignificant it really is. But I love doing this. Guys, you have anything?
Yeah. Yeah. Take my hand. Let
Come
me
with
take you to love land.
Just come with me, baby. Let me take you to Love Land.
Let me show you
how
how
sweet
sweet
it
it
could
could be. Sharing your love with Quarry. Listen.
Float on.
Come on,
I hear you,
float
bro.
with me, girl.
Hey,
You fucked up the backup singer, fool. I thought.
no, because I wanted to say, whoo, but I ain't want to mess up your shit.
No, it wouldn't mess it up. I mean, because these are smoke lungs now. We both working with smoke lungs now.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. Real talk, man. We really ain't cut loose yet, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about all three of us. You know what I'm saying? We guarded a little bit. Just imagine, man, if we really get into how we get into it, man.
Wow.
And then everybody would understand why people love us the way they do. You know what I'm saying? All three of us understand and know love, man. From our people, from our loved ones. We get it. We understand it. And tune in, check in, be a part of it, man. And see the reality, what it is, man. We all in our 50s, man. We know life. We done seen the ugly part of it, and we done seen the great part of it, man. And we made adjustments to it. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. The secret is understanding how to maneuver shit. We are actually masters at it, man. But we need y'all ass to tune in to press us. You know what I'm saying? Push us to talk about who we are. You want to know me? Ask questions. Don't speculate. That's what they do now. You know what I'm saying? Young people who don't know any better, who's trying to find themselves. Get with brothers who know themselves, man. Know thyself. And y'all see that part of us, man, that's gonna make sense, and then you will get it. Because all three of us are successful guys. Do your homework. Pay attention. We are.
It don't get no heavier than that, man.
Hey! I've been doing Capleton, Bounty Hunter. You know what I'm saying? All them cats. I've been listening to them, bro.
I listen to them when I work out. Capleton and Buju Banton.
I played some for my grandkids when I was down there.
I mean,
Yeah, how they feel about it? Because my kids. They played. I'll be sitting around and they be playing that shit, but like, where they get that shit from? You know what I'm saying? People pay attention to you, man. Be that. You know what I'm saying? In your own strength, in your own light. Be that, man. You can change the world.
I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. Me. I'm going to get a sports bar. And there's going to be a theme every night. Every day, it's going to be a theme. Sundays is going to be roots reggae and dancehall all day long.
Hey, who was the flyest rapper, man, ever in your opinion? Each one of us give our opinion.
Oh, man. I got to give it, me personally, KRS One. I give you three: KRS One, Nas, and where I would listen to late '80s Ice Cube.
Yeah. What you spoke?
Q be number one. Number two is Scarface,
I
and
like
number
Scarface.
three is probably it's hard for me to come up with a third. Come back to me, man.
My number one, man, is Public Enemy because of that conscious thing.
Truth, man. I thought you said rapper.
Okay, Chuck D.
Okay.
Chuck D, Scarface, and if I think about what's happening right now, Young Boy,
Kendrick Lamar or the dude with the locks in his head.
no,
J. Cole.
what's my name? Young Boy something.
Oh, NBA YoungBoy.
Yeah,
You fuck with YoungBoy?
yeah, man, that my kids, man, they learn that motherfucker, man.
Man,
I like the fact that he can actually rap, but I'm not a. Look, I'm gonna tell you what my problem with the
I
young.
like because he can rap, though. I'm not talking about his content. I'm talking about he can rap.
Problem I got with the youngins right now is they only got. Even though I'm if we're talking about youngins, honestly, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, there's some other ones. Simba, the little young boy who just I like Simba. I like look. Let me tell you, lyrical dudes, I'm on it. You know what I mean? Because I look for the lyrics. I'm talking about the young boys right now. You know what I mean? But Kendrick, I work out with Kendrick. I work out with J. Cole. Friday Night Lights, his first major mixtape, Friday Night Lights. I worked out. I walk and I work out with that. You know what I mean? Kendrick's Good Kid, Bad City. Look, my son hit me to him. This was 2011, 2012. I'm driving from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh to get him back to Pittsburgh for a practice, and we in the middle of the blizzard, and we listen to Kendrick Lamar's "Good Kid, Mad City," and I was like, "Holy shit," because he was lyrical, right?
Yeah,
But my homeboys, Big Sean, T Grizzly,
Big Sean.
T Grizzly. Yeah, I
T
was about to
Grizzly.
say T
Oh
Grizzly.
my
Yes.
goodness,
You ever
man.
heard Sada Baby?
Yes, sir.
Who?
Sada
Yes,
Baby.
sir.
I ain't never heard of him.
Because
They
most people don't understand, even Eminem, most people don't understand the Detroit rappers are storytellers. They hit you in the head with a story. You know what I'm saying?
T Grizzly that first day out.
First day out, but he got some other stuff, man. Even
Mhm.
though it's stuck in being a gangster, but
Yeah.
he's still the way he says it, the lyrical content, the way he says, I love it.
Listen to his interviews when he ain't on that bullshit, man.
Yep,
That
yep,
dude, that young man's got his shit together,
he does.
and I think he realizes that the whole rap persona is just a motherfucking marketing tool.
And then, now that we even talking about it, real quick, what pisses me off, and Chicago didn't do this shit on purpose, but the fact that these money hungry record executives and all
Mm-hmm.
that drill music,
Mm.
drill
All right,
music,
all right now.
drill music is killing music. That's what drilling is. And look how it spread across the freaking country.
Right.
What really tripped me out is it spread to Detroit because T Grizz and all them other cats, 14, the same drill music. That's what it is. New York, drill music.
Yeah,
DC too. Everywhere.
Louisiana, New Orleans, Louisiana.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Yes, sir. And it drill means they shooting somebody. And the Chicago cats did it because they in that gang environment, right? And that's how it was them dissing each other, after they killed comrades of the other side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Smoke.
It was either Chuck D or KRS-One that said rappers ain't nothing but hood reporters. What happened in Chicago was, they were legit hood reporters who were actually involved in the fuckery.
Yep.
You know what's crazy about the drill music, man, is that it is what it is, and they can make money off that shit, man. But the ops shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, damn, dude, a motherfucker diss you, talk about your dead homies and all that stuff. I understand. I'm not a gang member. I would never get it. You know what I'm saying? It's personal to them. But if you about that money, you know what I'm saying? You come back with your own, you know what I'm saying, joint or whatever. I don't get it, man.
That's why they move out of their cities, man.
I don't get it, man. But it's like, some of these guys be millionaires, man.
That's why they move out of their cities. You know what I mean?
And get broke off like that. Keith, what's his name? Keith Chief?
Yeah, but you see.
Is he the only survivor of that shit, man?
No, it's some other ones out there, but here's the thing. Chief Keef became rich and moved to Los Angeles.
Which is what he was supposed to do.
He was
right.
Because if he involved in that gang element and if he was a participant in it, of course he's fair game. Just knowing, because of my police background, knowing about what was the FB something duck getting murdered in an expensive part of downtown.
The Gold Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did it wrong.
But
they did it real wrong.
What bothered me, man, it was one night, man, this probably about 4 months ago. And listen, young folks, I'm not looking down on this shit. I'm not doing anything. This is a personal observation of a survivor. You looking at 3 survivors of shit, right? But what's so crazy about it is how many Chicago rappers, good Chicago, like lyrical Chicago rappers, are dead.
That shit is crazy, man.
It is crazy. And it's starting to spread where? Across the nation now.
It's crazy, man. These cats, man, these cats got the bag, man, and still dying like that, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But what happens to the bag after they get killed? Their families don't get that money.
They don't.
And there's that.
Back to the record company. It does.
Hey, but man, how you be on yachts, man, and in the Caribbean and doing whatever, man, and you still on that street shit, man? You know what I'm saying?
You know what? Being young and immature. You know what I'm saying?
I have never, out of my 57 years, man, I have never, ever, man, seen young, successful motherfuckers die at the rate that they dying, man.
Man, it's
but that's the goal, though. That's the goal, though. I mean, that's the goal to success. Is to get on by dissing somebody and ride that wave for a little while, and hopefully, well, not even hopefully, eventually you get killed in the hood, in your hood, that they'll name a gang after you, like O Block, goddamn Book of World, and all that shit.
I'm gonna tell you the crazy thing is, I don't love myself that much. But for a motherfucker to be like, strong, big dog world. No, sir. And I'm not making fun. I'm saying to you, I am living to live my life.
You know how much money they be throwing at them cats, man?
I couldn't imagine.
You understand what I'm saying?
I get it. All I'm saying to you, what I'm speaking on right now, is not the choice that they're doing it, but the fact that it's being put out there that's accessible. It's accessible to our youth, right? It's right there. They don't even have to go, they don't even have to do the search bar in YouTube or Instagram or none of this because it's thrown at them every single day. You know what I'm saying? And it's a fantasy. It is a fantasy. Now, the one thing, the good thing out of this is the rappers are actually getting paid that bad.
That
Not
shit is
all of
crazy,
them.
dog.
Not all of them. I'm saying our time, we in our 50s, our time, these rap legends have to stay on tour until they 70.
Right.
You know what
How
I'm
much
saying?
money? How much money do it take, man, for you to change your life and your family life, man?
And see, that's the thing.
To
The
change
young,
that,
the young is
the
coming out.
legacy.
The young coming out of them streets, you don't know. And this is my assumption. This is not fact. But you getting all this money at one time, right? Because if I was 21 years old, and if I made it to the league at 21, right, I would have wasted a whole lot of fucking money because I was not old enough to handle a whole lot of money. I would have paid my taxes though, but my point is, jacking off at 21,
But
jacking
if you
off that
had,
money.
if you had the wherewithal, man, to go to your lawyer and say, "Hey, man, make sure my taxes are straight,"
That's my point, dog.
you had the wherewithal to live life, man. You know what I'm
But,
saying?
but my point
That's
is,
practical though.
but that's if you listen to your parent. Now, if you're a single parent, right, or you're a parent that's riding the same wave that your child is riding and get drunk off of it, because parents can get drunk off of it, because they sacrifice all that time, and that son is talented, and that son gets that bag, right? And then all of a sudden you become noticed. Your wife becomes noticed because that's your boy.
Here's the
You know
thing I
what I'm
don't
saying?
think these young cats don't realize, man. Here's just one thing I don't think these young cats realize, man. Based on how the world is today, man. Do you know how difficult it is, man, to get and maintain somebody's attention and shit, man?
Our attention,
Yeah, we
our
experienced that.
attention span is so fucking short.
A
I'm,
lifetime.
I'm gonna tell you the crazy thing about it. Here's something I'm gonna share with y'all, and then I want you two to get your last remarks. Then I'm gonna let you guys go. I've had grown people come to me out of good faith now, so it's not negative. Come to me and say, "Hey, you need to shorten your podcast. Your podcast is too long." And I looked at them, understanding that I'm trying everything I can to reach the masses and understand how to get, and I'm doing everything I can, right? I looked at them and said, "Too long for who?" Well, it's everybody's attention span is too short, and but okay, so if you know me, you telling me I don't expect you to stay on the whole 1 hour and 44 minutes. I don't expect that. It's unreasonable for me to feel that way. You feel what I'm saying? But my point is, you can't stay on for 20 minutes and make a comment? Let me know that you watching? Now, am I sounding like I'm bitter and all that? No. I'm just answering what that person said to me. You feel what I'm saying? Oh, it's too long. It's this, it's that. Okay, tell me why is it too long? Because it's content. This is what we're doing. Now, yes, I want our shit to blow up. I want to become a phenomenon. But if we not, I can't sit here and be like, yo, I'm going to do this and do that. No, I'm going to sit out here like, all right, cool. Because
Well,
what I'm doing is doing what I want to do, me personally. is to have great conversation with people that's worthy, not worthy, wrong word. People who need to talk about themselves.
Here's the thing, man. Where I'm at with it, man. People, when you talk about content and all that stuff, man, people want to see a train wreck and shit. But everybody don't want their train to run off the track, man. You know what I'm saying? Now think about that for a minute. People are hyped about seeing a train wreck, but they're cautious about their train running off the track. At some point in time, man, you have to trust motherfuckers, man. At some point in time, you have to believe that what you put out to the world means something. It matters. You know what I'm saying? Alexander, this shit go way back in history. Alexander the Great. He destroyed lives. They don't think of him as a hero and shit. He destroyed lives to become immortalized and shit. You know what I'm saying? And dare I say, he was delusional in that shit. But what keeps him relevant? A weak motherfucker who wished that they had that power. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to the other side, Jesus. He spoke about love and compassion and understanding. Who's most popular? Who people believe in the most? A motherfucker conquering or a motherfucker who has compassion? I don't think people do that balance, man. Especially when they're going through their own maturation process. If you hurt people, hurt people. If you got hurt, does it make sense, man, to go out and do what was done to you? Do it make sense? It really doesn't, man. There's no healing in that shit. Nobody's healed from that. Nobody understands humanity. Nobody understands the real message. The real message is all of us, 8 billion plus, has a purpose. And we all on this earth to have understanding. It's not about destroying a motherfucker or conquering the motherfucker. It's about understanding that what it is that you feel your compassion is what it is. A motherfucker understanding you. That your life matter. Be it on a large scale or a small one. The only thing that matters is that you matter. That whatever trials and tribulations or struggles you go through in your life, that somebody see and say, damn, that's a unique person. He matters. Or she matters. And I think that should get lost in machismo. That should get lost in ego. That should get lost in the bullshit. So we create religions and shit to make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? The Old Testament, God was that one who exacted revenge on people who didn't follow his covenant. Jesus came around and he was all about love and trust. Where we get lost at, man, in that. That's simple. And that speaks to each and every one of us individually, man. Because we all want love. We all want understanding. We all want to make sure that we matter in our life that we live. We all do. But for some reason, man, we don't feel like it's not for everybody. And we make judgments, man, and we, in essence, destroy lives, man. I don't know. At 57 years old, but I'm trying to figure that shit out, man.
No doubt. No doubt.
I don't care about anybody else's. I mean, I have empathy for people, but I have love for myself, and I matter. So, are you gonna dismiss me, or are you gonna realize that I matter, man? And me having an interaction with you, what does that mean to you? If it's fucked up, then I have to take responsibility for being fucked up towards you. But if it's good, you have to give me credit for being good in your life. So we all have decisions, don't we? And it's all individual. It's choices that we make, man. And being honest with ourselves. You know. Everybody want love, dog. And we make decisions based on that shit.
Okay. Quiet, bring us on home, brother.
Hey man, I believe this was a good show, a very good show, probably one of the best ones that we had with just us three on it, man. So I look for many more occasions for this situation to happen. I appreciate your time, brothers,
I appreciate you too, bro.
and I bid you peace.
Peace.
All right. Excuse me, I had to answer that phone call.
Hey, man, I feel bad, man. I'm all in my feelings and shit, man. Because what I've been through, man, this last weekend in the fucking hospital and shit. You know what I'm saying? So if I got a little too dramatic or emotional, I apologize for that.
No doubt. No doubt. No, yeah, shit, that's really you, man. Shit. Express yourself. You know what I mean? Um, Listen, this is Strong Perspective Podcast. We enjoy what we do. We enjoy that you guys tuning in. We're going to find out later about us. That's cool too. Love y'all. Keep working. Keep striving. You know what I'm saying? Tune in next week because we're here every Friday at 7:30. We try to be consistent for you guys. Get in touch with either one of the three of us if you want to come on and you have an idea or you just want to appear on the show. Talk to us because we're here for you, but we're here for us also. All right? Listen, this is Strong Perspective Podcast. Thank you for tuning in. And much love to everybody. We're going to be back next week. Fellas, peace.